Host Eric here, host of Talking with Famous People. 3 more axioms of the ENTP personality type coming your way. Number 7, 8, and 9. If you want to see 1 through 6, I'm going to put together an axioms playlist here pretty soon. 7. There is no sin in inconsistency, where consistency is the only virtue. It's true. Nothing wrong with being inconsistent. If the ENTP is going to express an idea, that does not mean he is going to attach himself to it and be beholden to it forevermore. Simply because we contradict ourselves is also not a reason to advocate against the position we're now advocating. So our previous position may have been different, but that doesn't mean our new position is less likely to be right because our previous position was different. It's important to remember that. We are large. We contain multitudes. As Mr. Walt Whitman once said. Number 2, axiom. Always take your own car. Or only go places where you can easily get back from. So, always take your own car because you might end up someplace where you're not comfortable and you're going to want to leave. And then you're either going to have to force everybody else to leave so you can go, or go through a big hassle to arrange some alternate means of getting home, or simply say, see you later, or ghost, and you're in your own car and you're gone. The discomfort's past. If you're like me, you dislike physical discomfort a great deal. I don't like being cold. I don't like being hot. I don't like being louded. I don't like being in a place where there's super loud live music being played. Why does everybody turn up so loud? There's no reason for that. I'm an old man, all right? My ears are weak and fragile. Have a little respect for your elderly friends. The other reason to take your own car is, if you're like me, you can't stand riding in the car with somebody who doesn't know how to fucking drive, right? It's like, when I'm riding in the car, I am wanting nothing more than to get the other person to drive how I want them to drive, or how I think they should drive, you know? And I keep reaching for an imaginary steering wheel. Number 3 of these axioms: no audience, no point. What? One thing I believe that we understand intuitively but don't quite put into words in school is we're offended by the pointlessness of things. Why is this thing you're assigning me in school have a point? Well, really, it doesn't have a point to us at all because there's no real audience for it. You know, the teacher's your audience. Well, great, you gave me another A, wonderful. I'm bored of that. I want a bigger audience. I think this is probably not a universal ENTP trait. I think that the desire for public display is obviously a lot larger in me than in most. But I actually think that we're suppressed. We're a suppressed subspecies who probably wants to express a lot more, would like to get their ideas out there a lot more, and have been corralled in by the social expectations of people with less broad understandings of what's interesting. I was sitting down with Nick, and he was showing me this video that he was involved with on YouTube that's got 200,000 plus views on it, and it's really well put together, professionally produced and stuff. But when I watched it, I wouldn't have lasted 1 minute in it, primarily because it doesn't have a lot of talking or ideas being expressed. It's just sort of pictures of this car and then building the car and stuff like that. So, I'm not dissing that at all. I'm going to stress this. I'm just saying that for me, I'm never going to make videos like that because that doesn't interest me. And huge amounts of people are interested in that kind of stuff. They're not going to be interested in what I'm making videos about. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't know how we got there, but that's the end of my 3 axioms. No audience, no point. That's why.